All right. So in yesterday's class, we have started with the structures of data, right? So where we have three different structures of the data. So which includes the each and every format like .csv format, along with the Excel SX and TSV, etc. Where the structured data means, so the data which is stored in rows and columns, along with the semi-structured data. So we have JSON, AVRO, ORC, Parquet, and XML files, where the name itself, the data can be understand, but the structure is little difficult to understand than structured data, right? Because the way of data storages are in different kind of structures, but we can understand easily. So when it comes to the AVRO, ORC, and Parquet files, so these require very limited softwares, right? So it's not like they won't be open in all the available softwares like JSON, CSV, and Excel files. So these are can be open in any Python libraries or different language libraries, or very limited softwares are available to understand these structures. So because these are very compressed files, and in the upcoming days also we're gonna be use these files to process our data transformation. So for every kind of the work. So unstructured data. So where we already know this, the data which is unstructured kind of text, image, video, PDF, and etc. The name itself, wherever the data can't be defined the structure, right? So then, yeah. So this is the example of structured data, which you can see, semi-structured data and unstructured data. And then types of data. So we have two types of data, where primary data and secondary data will comes to the picture. Primary data, so the data which collecting or gathering for the first time, right? So the secondary data means the data which is already existed with us or someone have provided, right? So which is already existed data, so which we don't need to be extract again. Then we will be start our base class with categories of data, right? So there are two different categories of data, so which we should know about, because these types of data which we will be work throughout the course, throughout the job, what we will be handling, right? So there are two types of data, which is qualitative and quantitative. So in qualitative data, it is known as categorical. The name itself categorical. So that data which is in the format of categories. So where it is again derived into two different methods. The qualitative data is derived into two different methods. So one is nominal, ordinal, and into the quantitative data, where the data is numerical, completely numerical. So it is considered as discrete data and continuous data. So two different type of data structures, which is onto the quantitative. So actually, we in throughout the course, we will be use the terminologies and the names called categorical, numerical. So to represent the name, the another synonym of the categorical is actually, so which is qualitative, we can call it as, and numerical, quantitative. So where the two names are already having some relation, so we can understand from this only. So this is the flow diagram of the data, that are categories of data, where a nominal data having the named categories, and ordinal data, the categories with an implied order. So ordinal, the name itself order. So discrete data, where only particular numbers will comes, and continuous, any numeric value. Continuous means any numeric value. So we'll be discussing deep dive math actually, where qualitative data is also known as categorical data, which can be treated as discrete values or the categorical but continuous values like numbers, and therefore the values divided into categories. So unlike numbers, so the categorical data, so which having the values are into the discrete again, and which is derived as categories. So where examples are Gender. So in gender, we have different categories, right? So the person is male or female. And the language. So which language you can speak, and what is your native language, and which language you can be mostly comfortable to communicate, right? So whether it is related to English, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, so whatever the languages. So these are different. So there is no differentiation between each and every language, right? So and nation, colors. So we have the different colors, ranking orders even. So the ranking system. So where it have the first rank, second rank, third rank. So each ranking order don't have so the continuous number of like 1.1 rank, 1.2 rank. So it doesn't having the this kind of numbers, right? So ranking are having the unique structure. So then grades, education level. Let me keep this like yeah, education level, right? So as we discussed, there are different types of nominal data, two different types of qualitative data, right? So where nominal data and ordinal data is derived. So which are the examples? So it comes under the nominal data. So nominal data is data where the categories are just named. So nominal means just names actually. And ordinal data is where categories are in order. In order. So from the examples, we can understand which are in order and which are just as names actually, where it can be derived. So let's sing that nominal data. So the examples we can see color of hair, so which is kind of blonde, red, brown, black, etc. So the color of hair. So where these are names actually. And marital status, single, widow, married kind of. And nationality, Indian, German, American. Gender, male, female, and others. Eye color, black, brown, so whatever, right? So etc. So these are into the names. So that their data which is nominal. So where you couldn't have the comparison, right? So there is a comparison between each gender. There is no comparison between nationality, the comparison between color hair, marital status, and eye color. So each are having the unique structure, the unique value, right? So and unique information, whatever, right? So this is about the nominal data where it have the uniqueness. So in terms of the data which is qualitative, the name itself qualitative, and each information, each example having the every value in terms of categories, right? The unique categories. And ordinal data. So ordinal data is where categories are in order, right? So where when companies ask for feedback, experience, or satisfaction on scale of 1 to 10. So 1 to 10 means the range itself, it starts from the 1 to 10 means, so where 1 is the lowest satisfaction, 10 means the highest satisfaction. So based on your experience, right? So where it having the range, the comparison, right? So letter grades in exam like, so A, B, C, D, the grading system. So A means the person who have achieved the highest score. And when it comes to the next alphabetical order, so the order which is derives or it is defined as the marks are very less to the candidate actually. So when compared to the previous letter, so or the previous grade. So when compared to A grade person to the B grade person, this person having the some higher score. So kind of the ranking order actually. So ranking of the people in a competition, economic status, education level. So there are multiple examples where we can see the order, a serial wise order. So which is in the range of one particular feedback level. And in the so if any kind of examination or in the education system, so we have some orders, right, in terms of the sections also. So that is having the an ordinal data. So where you can't see the difference here, and that means each and every value is have its own unique nature. And here we have some ranking order, but each and every value is like a category only. Each and every value is a category, so there is no repetition, right? So each and every value have its own meaning. There is no repetition, but the values are in the some order. And quantitative data. So quantitative data is also known as numerical data. So the quantitative data can be expressed in numerical values. So the numerical values. So making it countable and including statistical data analysis. So analysis means generally if you are considering A, B, C, D. So we couldn't calculate. So we couldn't pass these values into the any calculation, right? So if you are doing the summation, subtraction, or multiplication, whatever the calculations you want to do, so these values are can't be helpful to the calculation, right? Because these are the just categorical and letters which can't be calculated. So these are not having that nature to be calculated. But here the quantity, the name itself, the quantity, how much quantity, right? So where the quantity is derives as a numerical, right? So where the numerical data having the completely the numbers, right? So which can be calculatable, right? So it answers the questions like how much, how many, how often. So different answers and examples we have in that actually. So we have deriving this quantitative data into two different types, where discrete data again and continuous data. So this discrete data having some kind of relation to the nominal, but here these are the words and also the categories which couldn't be calculatable, right? And here the discrete data, here the values are calculatable, but both the points the data is discrete. Let's see how. Here in the nominal data, it seems to be that values are discrete because I mean having the unique structure and they are in the some kind of words, right? Here we will see how the discrete data seems like. So the term discrete means distinct or unique. So the discrete data contains the values that fall under integers or whole numbers. So the total number of products available in store is an example of discrete data. So considering I'm maintaining a supermarket. I'm maintaining a I'm a shopkeeper there. So I used to maintain around 200 products. 200 products. So which is related to the grocery, um, which is related to whole household items, fashionary, and the footwear, different. So which is kind of into the grocery, which is kirana, you can consider as, and another side, so which is considered as some kind of some fashion shops, some kind the products where I can maintain. So if I someone asks you, so how many products, what are the total number of products are available in your store? So you can list out them, or you can tell them like, so I'm maintaining around 200 products in my shop. So where the data, each and every product is derives as a discrete number, right? So product A, product B, product B, C, like that. So we can be derived. So for each and every product is into the unique level. But so in terms of the discrete, we have understand the product is each and every product don't have in the difference, right? So each and every product don't have the relation even. So product A don't have the relation between product B. Product B don't have the relation between relation to product C. Each and every is individual. But so when we are doing the count, right, we can count the data. So how many products are available in our store? So we can count the data, right? So that's what. And continuous data, the data are in the form of fractional numbers. So it can be the version of an android phone, so height of a person, the length of an object, etc. So here the continuous values are when we have take some examples, right? Considering, just give me a minute, I will be open the Excel sheet and explain you that. Mhm. right? So please confirm once you are able to see my screen. I think you are right.
Your screen is visible.
Thank you. So considering this is a superstore data which is with us. Here we have the each and every information of a product. So which is related to the order ID, order date, ship mode, ship date, and ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, country, city, by state. So everything. The sounds information. So they are gathered. So how we are how you are visiting to the DMart, and while you are billing the account, right? So you are providing your mobile number, and along with that, they will be provide some order ID and bill ID, whatever, along with your name and multiple details. They will be saved at their backend also. So that information is with us. So considering here, these are the ship modes. So which are categories? Which are categories? So first class, say first class, same day, second class, standard class, the shipping method. So when you order something in the Flipkart or e-commerce, you used to receive the some tracking, right? So your shipment, your product is dispatched, and also it is shipping. So from one particular place to the another place, and it is ready to deliver, and it is delivered. Some kind of the status it can be maintained. So in that the ship mode. So first class, same day, and second class, standard class, these are into the very unique orders, right? So first class means, let's consider I'm a Amazon Prime member. So according to the policy of Amazon Prime, so the order should be, let's consider the order should be delivered within 2 days, right? So if the order, if I'm whatever the product I'm booking, that is within the range of my circle. So considering whatever the product I order, so that is in Bangalore only, so that they can deliver by today, or according to the policy by tomorrow EOD. So they can deliver. So according to that, they can plan according to easily. So with the lowest charges, so they can ship and deliver the product to me. So with lowest charges, something like if a person or a kind of express piece or blue dot or own Amazon vehicle, so will we collect all the materials. So according to that area, so whatever the all orders are to be delivered in that area in particular day, so they can save the charges. So without providing the one day delivery. So one day delivery means, so might be the person have to be come individually, and he will be paid some higher charges than the normal class, right? So considering your product is somewhere, that means in the Delhi, and I'm in the Bangalore. So it have to be dispatched from there, and it will be delivered to me. So that will be take some time. Consider this is also a real-time scenario when it is related to the logistics, Amazon logistics or Blue Dot logistics. So it should be according to my prime number policy, it should be delivered within 2 days. Or if it is a non-prime number, so it should be delivered in 4 days. Consider. So it's the mistake of a shipment or operation unit maintenance person. He should be deliver the product in the first day. Then by the road transportation or by the ship mode, the product will be delivered to the customer within the given time with lower fare charges, right? With lower fare charges. But due to the mistake of the person who is maintaining the product shipment in that operation or business unit, he lost or he forgot to ship your product. So it is the there is only one day is only one day is remained to deliver the product to us, right? So then how will we take that? I mean, what is the idea or what the choice he will be considered at that time? So then he will be must be considered to the premium ship mode method. So consider without train or road transportation, he will be send the product by flight. Otherwise, the product, if it is a less charge, it will be refundable to you. Otherwise, if the product is very higher charge, so they could they have to be other to the policies, right? So they have to be refund the 100% of the item cost, and also along with the product. Both they have to be. So it will be lost to them. So the what they will do, so they will be send you the product on premium transportation, right? So to deliver to you within 1 day. So that is the rules of the logistic policies, whatever they used to maintain with the customer, right? So these are the different ship modes, and these are considered as unique categories. So we can consider this data as a nominal data, right? Nominal data. Is that correct? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can consider this as a nominal data, right? Nominal.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Swaroop.
Thank you. So like the same way, we have segment, we have country, city, state, where each and every value, which is the categories, are different from each other. So in that case, actually, we have the values, the quantity we already discussed. So how many quantities of the product so we are available in your store? So considering, so I can take Britannia Good Day 20 rupees biscuit packet. So consider, so which is the cost. So how many units are are available in your stock or in your shop, right? So consider, so if I'm asking about one particular product means, you can answer me with that answer, how the quantity of the products are available, where those are 20, 200, 50, 100, like that. So which are considered as, so where the values are considered into, this is related to the quantity data only. So where the values are into discrete or continuous. So here in the discrete, we will just count the data. We are counting the data. So there is no relation between the product to product, but how many quantity, how many units of the product are available in your store means, that is related to the discrete data only, because the count is discrete, right? The count is discrete. So
Yes.
10 products of the data I have, or I have the 100 products, 100 units of the product, 100 units of the product. So this is into the discrete level, right? Like in the same way, when you have the when you are considering all the product information at a time, all the products information in one particular state. So considering this is related to the Alabama or Arizona state. So consider this is into the Arizona state. So your branch, so your franchise or branch is located in the Arizona state. So you want to analyze how many the quantities got sold, irrespective of the product, irrespective of the product. So in the last month, the total number of products quantity or the units you have bought from the market are 1,000. So out of 1,000, how many quantity got sold? So then you can see the values are in the continuous. You can see the values are in continuous. So there is no difference between one value to the another value. Like into the sales also, the values are continuous. We're having the float point, we're having the continuous value. They are considered as continuous values. So there is no a end point. So it should be like a 10 values or 10 sales, so it should be happen 100,000, 1 lakh. So there is no one particular the maximum point or the end point you will be have. So this is into the continuous data. So in terms of the sorry. So in terms of the quantitative, so quantitative data is completely can be calculatable because the values are numerical, right? So numerical values are completely calculatable. So where the data again considered into the two different categories means, one is discrete, another one is continuous. So here in this case, according to the continuous data, so where we have the values are in the continuous order. So there is no one particular maximum point will be available. So might be if you are having the confusion related to the discrete data, let me give another example, right? So here I have product. Where is the product? Yeah, product ID. Considering product ID. So let me take this to be here, right? Let me copy that here. So considering I have the product ID where it should be have the all the values, right? So the count of all the products, each and every product. So considering here, I have the 100 products. This is one value. Here we have the 200 units which are already sold. This is one particular value. So here 150, one particular value. So these values are completely can be calculatable. So considering the way, what are the total number of products? The sum of total number means, so here all the products are which are already sold can be summed up, right? We can sum up the all the values. So which are already sold products. So I can consider sales. So from the Arizona State University. So in the last month, example, we can assume in the last month. So I have total 750 products got sold. Total 750 products got sold, right? So where the values are into completely continuous information. But so if you are taking the each and every product reference, right? Each and every product reference. So considering this is as product 001, like 001 can be apply here. So you can consider 101 product ID, 102 product ID, 103, 104, 105, 6. So now these are into the references of these products. These are the references of these products. So, but tomorrow, when you are passing this information to the algorithm, so algorithm is a calculatable, right? So it's a formula which can be calculatable. So tomorrow, when you are going to send this information to the algorithm, so this this text content can be taken as input. So when you are passing the values, so the values which are this text content values in terms of numerical, so then algorithm can be analyzed. Algorithm can be analyzed. So according to the data patterns, okay, for the product 1001, so will we have the actual data? So will we have the actual data? But this is the one particular duplicate or copy to the reference. So 1001 means this particular product ID have sold the 100 products. So this particular product ID have sold the 200 products. So to find out the patterns and between the each and every product, so in the identification of the business, right? So here in here might be these products are related to the small very rare quantity of the products used to be sold. These are used to be higher sales, like into the bread or the everyday household items, so which are into the these products. And these are into the which are very rare products which used to be sold, right? So when we try to cluster these all the products into two different groups. I don't know that group which is related to, but I'm asking to the algorithm. So the beauty of machine learning is, so it have the capability to identify whether which of the products are into one particular group. So consider these are into the first group, because these sales are used to be happen every day. So might be we have the total count of the products are sold, but according to the each day sales, so these are the products used to be sold every day. So might be rice, dal, or whatever the masala item, whatever the everyday where these products are used to be sold. And these are the very very rare items. So where it consider the rice, dal, atta, where these are into the some kind of biryani related products or some kind of creams related products, soaps. Every day we couldn't be we buy this, right? So every day we couldn't be buy this, because so this we will be last for for few weeks or few days. So then according to the sales pattern, according to the sales pattern, where we have all the information, all the parameters of the information, so algorithm will be learn each and every pattern of the data, each and every pattern, right? One each and every record it will be understand according to the whatever the columns value we have, and it will be identify and cluster the, so sorry, these are into the different. So these will be clustered into two different groups. So which are into the higher sales we can understand, which are into the lower side, so that we can understand from this. So this is the beauty of machine learning, some a few other metrics. So by understanding through the data, it will be divided the values into two different clusters, So where these are into the some kind of, we are considering as discrete information also, because each value is not having the uh, relation between other value. Each value have their its own reference itself, and to pass into the algorithm or to be calculatable for the references, we are using these values as the references. That's what. And don't worry, so these are just to introduce the concepts only, but in the real time scenarios, we won't be discussed like, okay, we will go and we work on the quantitative data or qualitative data, which is discrete, continuous, nominal, ordinal. We couldn't be or we won't be discussed like in the same way. We won't be discussed like in the same. So we just take the data and analyze. So what are the number of products were happen for each and every state, or by product ID or by the shipment mode. So like that way we will be try to understand the summarized business content. So that's how we will work on the data only. So we won't be use this the categories names. But when we wants to be do some research, when we wants to be work on some in-depth analysis of the business, so it's better to know the difference of the data what we already handling, right? It's related to the nominal, ordinal, so discrete or continuous. So it's better to know when you are doing the high level research of the concept. That's why I'm here discussing with you. So the lowest, the lowest rate which is required or not required even. All right. So then we have the data sampling methods. It's a one most important topic. So where in the process of gathering the primary data, so we have the two types of data, right? So where primary data and secondary data, where we have seen that. Yeah. So these are the types of data we already have, right? So one is primary data and secondary data we discussed. Here, where when you are extracting the primary data, which is gathering data for the first time, so how you can gather the data, right? So where the methods are, or the ways are conducting surveys or research among the group of people, such as like a total population would be the difficult, right? So considering which is the recent days we are hearing a news. So the people, I mean the engaged people are also attacking by the heart attacks, right? So there is a reason actually, if you have the rumors might be I mean I can consider it as a rumors or not, I'm not sure about, but some news I'm hearing about the recent days, the people who already taken the covaxin or covishield, so I think covishield it is, so they are attacking by the heart attacks, where their ages are into 15 years, 20 years also, right? So they want we wants to conduct a survey. So we are means we are into the biological students, or we are into the some kind of surveying persons to analyze the news, right? So which is real or not. So then you are reaching out to the each and every person, so who already took the Covishield vaccine. So you are asking them, so what is your age, and have you attacked by the heart attack before, and what are the diseases you have already? So some kind of information used to gather from each and everyone. So how can you gather that information, right? So that there are multiple ways. So you can send the emails, or you can send the Google form links, or you can directly ask to the persons, so you can interact with them personally, like that. In India, so there are around 100 people, 100 crore people who already took the vaccines. In that might be we can assume, so out of the 100 crore people who already took the vaccines, so it basically might be around 150 crore now. So at the time of we are doing the survey, we thought it was around 100 crore people who already took the vaccine completely. So in that assuming 50 crores of the population who already took the Covishield. So it will be very difficult to reach out to the each and every person, right? It will be very difficult to reach out to each and every person and gather the data there. So we have to select a sample set of the data. Like we can gather the data out of the 50 crores population. So who already took the Covishield, you can might be gather the data from 5 lakhs people, right? So that is a sample. That is a sample. So where instead of the population data, the population means the total amount of the people who are 50 crores. Among them, you are collecting the sampling from few of the people only who already took the Covishield. So using that data, we're gonna be initiate the some kind of analysis, whatever we require. So for where the population versus sample is, first you need to understand the difference between a population and sample and identify the target population of your research. So the population is the entire group that you want to draw conclusions about, and the sample is specific group of individuals that you will collect data from, right? So this is about the vaccine related. So who already attacking by the heart attacks or not? So is it a rumor or already it is happening? And the second point, I just want to conduct a survey regarding a movie. So I'm working in the media company. So or like I'm a YouTuber. So I just want to provide some movie ratings. So in my website or my channel. So to get the movie information. So for the first time, I want to gather the data from so different people, right? So there are the different kind of service. I can send the Google Forms. So have you, if you are watch the movie, so how you are feeling the movie, and please rate the movie rating. So in the scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 5. So then they already provided the whatever the information they have given. I gather the data in the Excel sheet, right? So the person watched the movie or not, yes or no. The second column is so how they're feeling. So it is watchable or not. Or the third column is what is the scale of rating they are providing, 1 to 5. So they will provide some information. So like that we have gathered some data, but it's not related to the all the people, right? So at the same time, so here we can might be can receive the genuine. So in the Google Forms, while you are sending this information to the individual person, might you can receive the genuine information. But what if you are taking the mic to the movie theater after the movie completed, right? The people used to come out. The people used to come out. So how can select the people to take the reviews? So not all the people won't be provided the reviews, right? So among them, you have to select the few people at least to take the reviews about the movie. So then in that case, how can you find that kind of sampling data which can provide the maximum probability of actual information, the maximum probability of accurate information and actual information? So where we have the probability sampling methods here, probability sampling methods. So probability sampling means that every member of the population has a chance of being selected, right? So that means when you're tossing a coin, so a coin have two different sides, right? So which is tail and head. So here the chance of winning is there for head and tail. Both there are chances for head having the chances of winning, tail also having the chances of winning. How much the chance is? 50%. So when you're tossing a coin, so where just let me showcase my screen to the paint actually, right? So in the coins we have two different sides, right? Where head is there and tail, right? And so the probability of winning the chances for head is so that head minus, so head divided by where it is one particular value divided by the total number of values in the race, the total number of categories in the race. So which are 2, right? So oops, it is some dusty, sorry. So what is the chances of getting the head to be selected? 50. Don't worry, we may make it to work in the next class at least. Suddenly it is facing some issue, right? So in the same way, for the heads to the tiles also we have same set of probability. So 1 by 2, so which is equal to 50%. Oops. So 50%. So sorry for the writing here. So suddenly my tab having some issues. So from tomorrow I'll make it to be work properly. So the chances of winning to the head and tiles are 50%, right? So here our assumption to provide the chances of winning to the each and every person to collect the accurate or actual data. So we'll be provide the maximum probability. So if we want to produce the results that are representative of the whole population, probability sampling techniques are most valid choice. So what are those? There are 4 main types of probability sample. So one is simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling. So we can see the picture here. So simple random sampling, the name itself simple random. So we can collect the data randomly. And systematic sample, stratified sample, cluster sample. So we'll be discuss each and everything. So in a deep dive. So simple random sampling. In a simple random sample, every member of the population has a equal chances of being selected. Every person. So we don't know we will be select which person. So that means I have the 100 people. I need to complete a task. For that I need 5 people only, right? So I also don't know who are the 5 people first of all, and even the candidate who are also selecting, they also don't know whether they can select or not, but they are the having chances, right? So I'm drawing some cheats here. So I'm selecting the 5 cheats randomly, then I can select the 5 people to complete the task. So that means each and every person having the chances of being selected. So that's what about the simple random sampling. So kind of lucky draw you can consider. So your sampling frame should include the whole population, right? So consider this is the same as example into the our movie scenario, right? So when the person is coming out, so you used to select the people irrespective of the age, irrespective of the gender, or so their mood. Something they will be select. You will be stop a candidate randomly, and you will ask them. So what's your review on the movie? So what your how it is feel? So it is filled or not, or we can be watchable or not. Something we can ask them. We can take the reviews from the person, and the selection of the person is completely random order, completely random. So the first person, fifth person, again sixth person, or 10th person, 15th, 18th, randomly will be selected, right? Sorry, if someone is speaking. Hello. Yeah. So systematic sampling. So systematic sampling is similar to a simple random sampling, but it is usually slightly easier to conduct. Slightly easier to conduct. So every member of the population is listed with a number, but instead of random generating numbers, individual are chosen at regular intervals. So from the picture we can select here. So here again, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the age, so we will be select the people. We will be select the people in systematic order, like so first person, third person, fifth person. That means in the odd order, even order, or again first person, 6th person, 11th person, 16th person, like that. So systematic way you will be select, but you don't know which person, the age of the person and gender of the person, whatever. So the different categories of the person who usually falls under the system, the systematic order, we are not sure about. So the systematic order will be works in the scenarios. The example, all employees of the company are listed in alphabetical order. All companies of all employees of the company listed in alphabetical order. So from the first 10 numbers, you randomly select a starting point. So which is number 6. So from number 6 onwards, every 10th person on the list is selected. So which is like a 6, 16, 26, 36, and so on, right? So you thought, okay, these are the systematic order might be satisfied to each and every one. So here in the lucky draw, we didn't dissatisfied every person. So none of the person we have dissatisfied, because everyone having the some chances here. Here also we have provided some chances. So some, but this is in some kind of systematic order, serial manner actually. And here the stratified sampling. Stratified sampling involves dividing the population into subpopulation that may differ in important ways. So it allows you draw more precise conclusions by ensuring that every subgroup is properly represented in the sample, right? Every subgroup is represented in the sampling. So stratified simply, the example is the company has 800 male employees and 200 male, so 800 female employees and 200 male employees. You want to ensure that the sample reflects the gender balance of the company. So you sort the population into two strata based on gender. So then you use random sampling on each group. So selecting 80 women and 20 men. That means you will take the percentage, right? So might be you can take the percentage order. So kind of here you're selecting the 10% of the people from one particular group. So which is one gender. And here again you're taking the 10% of the people from another gender. So two different groups. So we have like in the class, like in the office, so everywhere. So the groups are when you are participating in the competition, right? Might be there are process of the groups are. So we have the groups which are having the related to ages, right? So 1 to 10 years one group, 20 to 30 years one group, 30 to 40 years. So kind of based on the age matter, we can do some works. So what is the efficiency? What is the performance of completing the task by one particular group, right? Whether it is related to the games or completing the tasks or plantation, whatever. So you are conducting a task to each and every age group for your analysis. So what is the performance and what is the how much they are active, which group is much active in terms of completing the tasks. So that's your analysis, right? So then clustering sample, the name itself cluster. So we already discussed the same topic today. So cluster. So cluster sampling also involves dividing the population into subgroups only, like stratified. But the difference is, but each group should have similar characteristics to the whole sample. So similar characteristics. So instead of sampling individuals from each subgroup, you randomly select entire subgroups. So considering here, we can see that in the picture, right? So here we have taken the different categories of the people, which is based on the genders, based on the ages, right? So ages also. But here in the cluster sample, so to the competition, so there is no gender we have. So we are might be you are participated into the some singing competition or dance competition, painting competition, or any quiz, right? So you are there actually in each and every group. So you have registered as a group, right? So here we don't have we don't know the person age which are in our group, who are in our group, and we have the different genders even, right? So into the age group, into the genders, we have different persons who are in one particular group, right? So considering you are already watching, might be you're watching the some singing competitions in nowadays, right? So in the TV channels and wherever. So from the starting of the age 5 years or 10 years to the 60 years in one particular team, we have all the genders people and also the different ages of the people, right? So that's into the cluster. Might be these clusters are into the families also. So now in this case of our scenario, while taking the reviews or collecting the reviews from the people who already watched the movie, so here already we have collect the people, we have selected the people randomly. There is no order. Here we have some particular stratified order, right? An order we have followed, like first person, sixth person, 11th person. In the stratified sample, you are selecting the people, so based on individuals from different groups. So first of all, you have uh, might be there is a one particular line, might be there is a one particular line for females and males, or you are selecting the only females. So randomly, first of all, you are selecting the females randomly and males randomly. For females, you already arranged a one female candidate to take the review, and for males, there is one particular candidate like me who already taking the reviews. So they are into the different people. So here the data won't be copied. Here also the data won't be copied. Might be we are the people having the next to next. So if the person asks me the answer, so I can say, yeah, good. I can give you I can give the movie rating 3.5 out of the 5. So immediately next to me, you are there. So any one of you are there in the line. So when the person is asking you next to me, the person, then he also won't provide the genuine review. So whether I say it is as good on 3.5 movie rating, so might be the same you will be repeated. So which you already listen from me, and you also provide me the provide them the review which is might not be genuine. So with the shy, you already say, yeah, it's good. What is movie rating is 3.5. That's it. So might be the review is not genuine. That's why we are selecting the people as randomly, where the reviews or the answers won't be copied. And here also the answers won't be copied, but here there is a chance of the answers might be copied because they are into the relevant, right? So the cluster means here you are going to ask the batch. So youth or a family persons, so they're into a batch like three persons, 4 persons, 10 persons, or 15, whatever the batch size is there. So when you are asking a question to the batch means, so might be everyone can repeat the answers, but they are on standing on one particular scenario. So might be they are related to the family movies watching. They are not interested in the action or sci-fi, but the movie is related to the action. So might be they might provided the maximum around 90, 95 or 100% into the one particular answer only, straightforward answer. So based on our scenario, based on our analysis, so it's better while selecting the sample data out of the population, it's better to follow any of the order which is relevant to you. So this is the importance of sampling. So these are kind of again I'm saying these concepts will be repeated in technical, so don't be feel it kind of confusion or like that. So these are all the topics which we're gonna be discussed in the depth matter, so with scenarios and technical examples even. So till now, how you understand, what is your understanding actually? Is there any confusion?
Actually, there is a little bit of confusion because all are theoretical, right, Swaroop?
Of course, theoretical means
Yeah, a little bit.
right. So this is going to be some kind of a brush up sessions to make I'm just introducing the data related concepts. That's what I'm saying. So might be this is make some little bit confusion for you, but these all the concepts will be repeated in all aspect of the areas. So which we are going to be discuss about. So there actually we will be implement the answers along with the data. So considering we have the data, right? So we will be imply whatever the sampling methods or the operations. So those will be very easy to understand and easy to analyze even. But I just want to make you understand, because here we have the people who are already doing the masters, who are interested to go for the PhD. So it's not only related to the job. So if might be if you want to go for the some kind of research case studies, these concept. So we are discussing in a very low level. We are very low level. So where these concepts can be helpful to you. That's why in the beginning of the topic only, or the beginning of the session only, I told. So these 2 days will be might be important or unimportant to the job prospect. Might be if you are working on the research level or you are studying. So definitely these concepts will be helpful, because we don't repeat these terms as quantitative, qualitative, discrete, continuous. We won't use these terms in terms of job maximum until you are working in the research department. Until you are working in the research department. So that's why I'm just collecting the or discussing these topics in very low level. So, but from the second day, that means from the next day, it will be very easy to learn and very understandable, because you can see the results according to the scenario and data wise. So I will be promised you in that case. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. So sometimes it used to be some kind of little confusion. I know that, but might be here are the persons like me or like others, right? Who are interested in the research also. So that's why I don't want to miss the topics. So you can consider this is into the important level or not. That's up to you. But if you're thinking you want to do some masters, especially of course, right? So if you're doing the masters means you have to do the you have to submit a research topic. You have to submit a high level assignment, the final one. There definitely these topics will help you. Definitely. In normal, actually, if you're watching the YouTube videos or Udemy or wherever, these topics won't be explained. These topics won't be discussed. Never. But I'm just explaining you in terms of PhD standards. So because I'm also currently doing PhD, so I thought it might be helpful to each and every person. Understand?
Yeah.
Cool. So don't worry. From the next
Yeah,
class, it will be very easy to understand in terms of the job prospect on
Okay,
career
sir.
level.
Yeah.
Cool. So thanks for showing your interest. And I just want to